Who would have thought that the third film in this trilogy would have been my favorite? That never happens in these cases. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my white room. I am on holiday break, finally, so now we have some movie reviews to finally get to. First of which is The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. This is a movie which came out earlier this week, and I am now getting to. I apologize for the lateness of this, but I mean school. It's a thing that comes first. Obviously, if you have not seen the last two movies, you will have things spoiled for you because it's a trilogy. So just keep that in mind as you're watching this, and we'll get to the review. Now, right off the bat, the whole cast in this film do phenomenal. I saw really no issues with the cast, from what I could tell. They all acted phenomenally, and the dialogue was fine, I thought, and I had no real issues with it. Everyone did fine. The main four, Bilbo Baggins, Martin Freeman, Gandalf, Ian McKellen, Thorin, Richard Armitage, and Baird as Luke Evans. These people do they're kind of the top tier people. They're the ones who are the main focus, and they do the best work, in my opinion. Music in this film is also really, really well done. It was used really, really well in situations. I like callbacks to the Lord of the Rings original trilogy. They use this mainly when relating to the Ring, or just like darkness and Sauron, and so it's kind of cool to hear those musical cues come back into play. The main thing that made this movie stand out to me personally, as opposed to the other two films, is that there's very little slow parts in this movie. It's very well paced, and the battle in the Battle of Five Armies takes up most of the movie, which was a good thing. I was afraid that they were just going to try to cram it into 20 minutes at the end of the film and just build it all up to a very small section of the film. No, they take the whole movie for the most part. They build up to it for about half an hour or so, and then they just unleash this huge epic battle which happens, and I just loved it so much because of that, because it had a lot of action. We had moral conflicts with mainly Thorin, and you just see the tensions between the humans, the elves, and the dwarves just come into play, as neither side really wants to work with each other, but in the end they're kind of forced to, and so it's really neat to see that tension take form. But the intro to the movie, we have basically finishing off Smaug from Desolation of Smaug. He is attacking Lake Town. Citizens are being burnt to a crisp. We see just flame engulfing this whole town. There's fire on the buildings, there's fire on people. Just people are being destroyed. I really like that we got to hear Benedict Cumberbatch as Smaug one last time. During this section, he actually does speak, and it's kind of a cool thing. And I thought that they handled that whole scene really, really well. And then a main issue in this film, not a bad thing, but the main thing which kind of holds sway over the film is Thorin's insanity, because now that he has his home, the power of the skull and this immense wealth that he has is beginning to change him as a person, make him more like his grandfather, which is someone who he despised because of his grandfather's love for gold and obsession with it. Thorin quickly develops this, and it changes him as a person. And it's really, really neat to see his moral struggle more towards the end of the film's second half, but it's really neat to see that transformation in the character, and the actor does it really, really well. My only real issue with this film, to be honest, is the fact that when we have certain characters like Bilbo, Legolas, and Gandalf in conflict, you know that they're going to survive because they're in the original three movies, so their characters have to live. So that was the only thing which kind of bugged me, but that I'm really nitpicking at that point because there's nothing that they can really do about that. I really had no issues with this movie. I was engaged for the entire run of the film, and it's really, really good. The song during the end credits sequence is sung by, I don't remember his name, but the person who sang a song in, I think, Return of the King, I believe. He did another song for this end credits, and it really ties the movie up really well. I recommend sitting through that just for the stills of the different characters and kind of a tribute to all these actors who put in some of their cases, 6 movies that Ian McKellen work into this franchise, and it's a really neat thing to see. And then the ending to the film, I'm not going to go into details, but it does kind of set up the Lord of the Rings a little bit in terms of where characters end up setting out for, and just certain things. And then the very end kind of sets up the whole and ties it to the first film, Fellowship of the Ring. So I just really found myself enjoying this film. I had no real issues with it, to be frankly honest. I was engaged, you know, the characters were very interesting and likable, and as someone who didn't really enjoy the first two movies all that much, I thought that they were kind of slow and kind of bored me a little bit, just for the most part. This was a great way to finish it off, because this is everything that I wanted from the book. I've read the book, so these were the parts: Thorin's insanity, Smaug's like destruction, and just this huge epic battle which ensues. These are the main things that I was looking forward to seeing in this trilogy, and they all come together at one time in this film, and it's just easily my favorite of the trilogy. Those are my thoughts on The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. Leave your thoughts on it down in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Once again, if you so choose, I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.